everyone. Good to see you. So good to see you. I just want to let me get a couple things organized here. I see lots of old friends. I see new friends. I see people I see every now and then. It's really good to have you here, though. Makes me so happy. Um, so here's what I'm going to say to you. Once I get myself set up here. Uh, I'm going to give you a little context for tonight. Find your true north. Align your inner compass for 2025. What I'm going to say tonight may be very shocking. We'll see. We'll see if I blow your hair back. Um, I'm gonna talk about a few things. I'm going to walk you through some. I feel like it's pretty leading edge, and it is certainly inspired. If you know me at all, you know that I meditate on these things. I wake up, I download, I light my candles, I because I want to make sure that first of all, I do it for myself because I'm walking the path right with you. I do it for myself. So I have clarity about where I'm at in my evolution and expansion. And then when I offer it, I feel like it may be valuable to you as well. And you get to decide that. You get to decide. So see what happens tonight. See if anything, how it lands in your bones, if it stirs the pot for you anyway. But it might blow your hair back. It's a little shocking. I'm going to walk you through it. We're going to do an exercise together. I'm going to wrap that up. And then please feel free to ask questions. And, I'll take your questions. And then what I want to do, first of all, is explain to you we are on the free front porch of the Sherry Salata Network, the newly named Sherry Salata Network. And it is the renaming of my private branded app. And what happened was I had these feelings in November that it was time for me to move off of Facebook. And for a lot of reasons. I mean, nothing, I wasn't having some big, it wasn't a big judgment or anything. Here's what it was for me personally. When I am going to Facebook all the time, so I have my free Sherry Salata community on that, my professional page. I buy a lot of stuff I don't need. Does anybody have that? Does that happen to you? Where you're like, oh my God, this is the supplement I need. Oh my God, this could make my life so much better. I have like a face defuzzing thing that I haven't even opened the package of. It's like, oh, look at this. This is amazing. And they must know I need it because it keeps popping up on my feed. So that's one thing. There's a commercialization and an intrusiveness in a way that's not helpful to me. I don't really need to be buying all that crap. Okay, that's really the truth. So we start there. And secondly, I find that in these times, in this, we are at our feet are right at the edge of a portal of a new day, my friends. Much less a new year. And what's there, the energies are shifting. There are the external world seems to be getting more inconsistent, and we're being called to develop, become really internally referenced in order to have fabulous, happy, abundant lives in the midst of whatever's going on externally. And I just continue to find that I need to keep programming and curating and editing down what comes into my space. What comes into my space? And here's the truth. I looked at first of all, my personal Facebook, I've got like 3,000 people. I don't know 3,000 people. I don't know how that happened. I'm sure some well-meaning team member at some point said, this would be great to promote here. So I've got Isabel Schmizabels, her grandchildren are graduating from 4th grade and everything that comes with it. I know all about it. So anyway, so I just realized that I need to, if I'm going to see that that's good for me, I'm going to assume that's good for you. So Courtney Horvath, who worked with me for a long time, was a muckety muck at Mighty Networks, where I built my community. Courtney was right by my side building the community, and she is a community expert. And she came up with the idea to maybe I want to move all that to a free front porch on my own app. And I decided I thought that was a really great idea. So that's what we're doing. Tonight is the inaugural first free event on the free front porch where everybody's welcome. And my philosophy has always been when I was doing challenges and of course we do paid courses. Of course we have a sparkling paid membership that we hope you'll take a deeper dive if you're not a member yet and you'll join us. But I want to make sure that everybody has a place to go, that there's a seat for everybody, whether your resources allow for a paid membership or not. And so the free front porch, we are making that robust. It is robust, right, Court? There's good stuff on it.
I'd say so. We kind of, sorry, I'll just jump in. I came to you and we pulled a few things together from the coffers of like your genius, including change 10 words, change your life, which I don't know if any of you have
The
done.
free downloaded workbook. Yep.
Yep, it's a free download. It's a workbook. It's something to do. We do annually, but you could also do it monthly, daily, and then morning magic download on top of the podcast, on top of the community.
Right. Yes.
And then
So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make it valuable for you to go and check in on the app. We have the daily gems are there, little snippets of something that might be useful. So that is the free front porch. And we've come out. There are a lot of people who are in the support system, our paid membership group here tonight. And I must tell you, I feel like the support system is one of the very best paid membership groups for women out there. And it's because I don't just show up once a month and then put all my old stuff up there. I really try to be very, very present. There are, gosh, Courtney will tell you later at the end of this.
26.
I mean, 26 events. Yeah, 26 events a month. And you decide what works for you. So we're going to try to get your pot stirred for you to join us for a deeper dive. But first, let's talk about your true north here for 2025. What I want to share with you is an idea. It's from that very inspiration that I always go to, which is I ask the question, I go about my business, and I see what comes to me. And then I try it out for myself. I try it on for size. I stir the pot on it. I think about it for a while. And if it's something that could be valuable or useful for me, I start to feel very excited about it. It starts to really land. It starts to really resonate. So I offer this idea, I guess it's a plan, but it's an idea. It's a practice. It's a way of entering 2025. It really is an offering. And what I would ask of you is you just go through it with me tonight. And even if your hair blows up a little bit or you're like, what? Just go through it with me. Just go through it with me and maybe sleep on it. And think about it tomorrow and give some thought to it tomorrow. This is my favorite time in the holidays, the tweeners, between one thing and between the next thing. And there's less pressure and it feels like there's an energy shift about to happen. And if we are interested in getting on the ride, we can benefit from that. And that's what it feels like to me. So I'm going to start by saying you don't need to take notes. In fact, notes might not be helpful. And tomorrow, you might want to, but don't. Really, really let yourself have this experience and to take these words in without trying to ferociously capture them like I would be doing with my notebook and my pencils. You don't need to take notes. And even more shocking tonight, I am not going to talk There will be no resolutions, no goal setting, no vision boarding, no creating lists and lists and lists of what you want. And that's not to say those things at certain points in our life are not enormously valuable. But right now, in this energy, where we're at right now, something different's coming to me. A different way of inhabiting this experience is coming to me. A different way of crossing into a new year with a new energy is coming to me. And it involves setting down all that stuff for now. You might pick it up in July. So I have no judgment. I've done all the things. So I have no judgment about recently. So I have no judgment about anything. But here's what I notice. What I notice whenever I continue to fall back on a pattern, an ongoing pattern. So it's New Year's. Let's do the burn ceremony. Let's get out all the magazines and cut out the pictures. Whatever I've done. That, and I keep repeating that. There is a bit of what I call the trying trap, and the trying trap is a little bit of a vibrational hamster wheel where you're always trying. But I'm trying. It's January. I'm going to try. It's January. I'm going to try. Do you feel that there's effort in it? There's like, I'm probably not going to be able to do it, but I'm going to try. I call that the trying trap. And sometimes there's a time and place for that stuff when very specifically it can come up with a plan for you that you know is productive and is going to get you where you want to go. But right now in this time space reality, as Abraham Hicks would say, I think it's something different that is called for. So what I'm about to share with you, it's very, very simple, and in its simplicity, it's very advanced. This is super leading edge spiritual work, I think. And it may be different than anything you've ever done in the final days of December. And it certainly is different for me. So I've been working on this for about a good week now. I was going to do something very different. And it was like, nope, this is not the time for those things. It is time to put the crayons and the markers and the scissors and the magazines away and get really serious about your vibrational set point. The ingredients are twofold. What I'd like you to leave tonight feeling is relief. I would like you to feel relief. Let's feel relief together. Let's take a big sigh. Ah, this relief, like setting down a burden. Whew. Just setting down the luggage, setting down the trying, setting down the beating yourself up the mountain, setting down all the things you better get into shape. Setting it down, just like you to feel relief. And the feeling of relief is palpable. Every cell in your body responds to that. Every cell in your body wants to feel relieved. My body wants to feel relieved of some of my shenanigans because I am an achiever. I'm a doer. I've got ideas. I want to get cracking. Let's go. But there's relief in setting that down. No notebooks, no writing, no pencils. Second thing is learning how to cast a warm smile toward your life. I know you're going to be like, Sherry, what are you talking about? That sounds so crazy. Casting a warm smile to your life. It is general. It's not efforting. It's not specific. It's not analyzing. It's not like, well, how can I cast a warm smile? Because this. It's just general. Just casting a warm smile. Why do I say cast a warm smile? Because warm is not super exciting off the charts. Warm is not going to challenge every limiting belief we have. It's just warm. It's just warm. You don't have to heal yourself from every false thing you've ever believed. It's just warm. It is a very slightly over neutral vibration, casting a warm smile toward your life in a general way. You don't have to overcome your assessment of current reality. So I'm just going to review that again. First, we're going to feel some relief. Sigh with me. Oh my God, I was all ready with my notebook. I was going to do my 52 resolutions and have all my action plans and get it. Oh, and get my theme song and woo. Wow, this is really different than what I thought we were going to talk about. Relief. Just feel the relief of not having to work so hard at your life. Feel the relief of that. Now I'm going to take you somewhere. I'm not going to leave you hanging here with just relief and casting a warm smile. But I want to tell you that this relief is also relief from past patterns. Because everything, first of all, what's happened in the past is irrelevant to any of us right now. The past is completely irrelevant. You are not even the same person that dreamed up that past. So it's irrelevant. It's not really even valuable information from an energetic standpoint. I mean, if you want to play that game, you can. And sometimes it might be necessary, but for our purposes right now, rolling into a new year, I'm going to say the past is irrelevant. And that even in this now moment that we're having, if we can get slightly beyond the nowness, we're at the leading edge. Because when we're living in the now moment, we created that in the past. Our thoughts, our thinking, our notebooks, or this or that, our bibbity bobbity boo. So we want to get right past that now moment. So we're just on the edge, on that leading edge of what's next. We want relief from past patterns that have kept us in that trying trap. So this tool that I'm sharing with you, this process, we're going to go through it in different areas of your life. It's about allowing you to take a different tact where you and I are not going for it. We're not going for it. We're not going for things. We're not making things happen. We are creating an energetic environment for ourselves where we become magnets. We become energetic magnets. There's a few tips to maintain that, but it's not difficult work. It's just focused work. It's not reams of have-dos and papers and programs. It's some focused work. So we get our feeling place in order. We manage our mood. And pretty soon, the answers, the inspiration, the solutions, the manifestations come to you. And that becomes that feeling of relief and casting a warm smile to all the areas of your life without judgment and analysis becomes your energetic North Star. That's where you want to be every day, that energetic North Star. Walking yourself physically through the relief. The reason why I say smile is because it's a physical cue. You cannot be, you smile, certain things happen in your body. Certain things happen in your brain. It's a physical cue. So it's a tool. So sigh of relief. You feel the relief, the relief, the relief, the relief. That you don't have to fix yourself 700 ways to Sunday. And then you're going to cast a warm smile, just a beautiful warm smile, like in a general way. It's all good. It's all good. And here's why. Here's why. You'll become a beacon for the things you want in that vibrational climate. Number one, your higher self does not need to see one more of your vision boards. I hate to tell you. Your higher self does not need to hear any more yickety yak about your plans. Your higher self knows everything. Everything is known. I mean, even if it's like, well, yesterday I wanted something new and you might not know that yet, higher self. Your higher self has it. It's cataloged. It's known. Your higher self knows it better than you in your 3D body know it right now. There's no need to keep beating the drum. That's a foundational principle to what I'm talking about. Now, we may decide in May to beat the drum again. Maybe. But for now, gosh, let's try something new. Let's trust that our higher self knows every bibbity bobbity, knows everything, all of our desires, all of our wishes. Those vision boards are locked. What I suspect for many of us, what the issue has been, is that we don't allow ourselves to come to this place of allowing, which is what we're talking about doing tonight. Creating a North Star that's an energetic set point that we're managing ourselves to every day. So in fact, we do become that beacon. Beacon, come on. Beacon, we're a match, we're a beacon. We are allowing that good stuff in. And just this once, well, maybe not just this once. That's how I talk though. Just this once, we're going to leave the how to the universe. We are not going to sift and sort and come up with the solution ourselves. And, again, more papers, more. I'm talking about myself. So don't think I'm criticizing you. This is me. We're going to leave the how to the universe, because when we get tripped up in the how is when our vibration gets funky, right? Our energy gets funky because it's like, well, how is that going to happen? How am I going to get those kind of opportunities? How is this going to get turned around? I've been trying to turn it around for years. I can't seem to turn it around. How is that going to happen? If it's almost as if I don't know how to do it, then it can't be done, which is really, talk about killing the magic, right? Just this once, we're going to leave the how in the universe's hands. This is about magnetizing the good stuff to your door. This is about solutions, inspiration, ideas dropping in your lap as if by magic. And here's an example. Oh, probably everybody's had this on their list. Come Jan 1, get in shape. Right? Get in shape. And here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to run 50 miles on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to lift 500 pounds in weights. Then I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to do that. And it's almost like you have forced your plans. I have forced my plans on something I want to manifest. And the universe is sitting there going, perhaps a better way would be manage your mood, get into a place of relief, and casting a warm smile on that very area, my fitness. Just cast a warm smile there, my fitness, and let the universe inspire the solution. And maybe the solution is, hey, Sherry, we're starting a square dancing thing on Wednesdays. You want to come? Oh, well, okay, I'll try it. Okay, that sounds a little outlandish, but let's say I went, yeah. Next thing you know, I'm square dancing, and then I'm square dance practicing. Then I'm doing this and that. And I keep consistent with it because it was inspired by my higher self, who knows what I really want to do. Who knows what would really jazz me, what I'd be excited about, What would get me going? But usually I'm like, thank you so much, universe. I've got my own plans. They're in these notebooks, these 50 notebooks. I got my own plans, and we've got these 50 notebooks. And Lisa, I hear your question. What if we can't get clear? I don't know if we've ever allowed ourselves to get clear, Lisa. And this is where the trust is. You just keep working this. You just show up, you trust, you surrender, you do the work of this, which is really not much work at all, and you let the solutions and answers come to you. You don't have to get clear. What you are now positioning yourself for is the universe is going to deliver clarity. The universe is going to deliver clarity. You are saying, universe, I want you to make the plan. I want you to deliver the solutions. I want you to deliver the inspiration. I want you to deliver that. I will do the work of managing my vibration. So I'm always in allowing mode. I am in relief. I'm not beating myself up anymore. I'm not criticizing myself. I'm not, oh my God, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, all the things. And secondly, I'm just looking at my life area by area with no story, with no analysis. I just cast a warm smile. Like today I saw a video where a 150-year-old tortoise and a puppy are best friends. That's my warm smile. That's the feeling of it. I can look at every area of my life that way. If I don't get into judgment, what would happen? I mean, that is very different from how I've approached a lot of things. But I think in these times, to work to become internally referenced, to work to understand how to partner with divine forces, with your guides, with your angels, however you define that higher self, that soul of you, to learn how to partner in a productive way that brings the magic with more ease, more possibility, more flow, where you are like, I am just a magnet for all kinds of things. As they show up, I see, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. So hard to become a magnet when your nose is to the grindstone, beating yourself up, criticizing you, making, okay, these resolutions, and okay, it's January 20th. You know, what have I done there? What have I, how am I doing? And taking score too early, and all the things that ultimately break our energetic set point and drive us down to disappointment. What a bummer. Not feeling so great. Oh, brother. I knew it. I knew it. I knew I was not going to be able to do it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Are you following me? No need to worry. What if I don't know? Yeah. Just be the magnet. That's what we're doing here. You are just going to be the magnet. And you are going to surrender. You're going to trust and see what happens. And let's put our notebooks away for a minute and really do that magic leading edge quantum work. And the fact that you don't have to twist yourself up in a pretzel 50 ways should be a relief. It should be such a relief. I mean, yes, at a certain point in life, some of these repeated patterns, it's a little disheartening to continue to stub your toe over and over again. So what would it cost you to go into this very, very big energy year differently as a true energetic being who is working on mastering her relationship to her guidance, her relationship to her inner critic, her relationship to all the areas of her life in a way that is loving and compassionate and fun and easy. And it's like you wake up, where are my plans? Oh, I'd have pages of plans. Where are all my plans? Where are my plans? No plans. I'm going to do my practices and I'm going to see what comes. I'm going to make sure I'm in a place of relief. I'm going to keep going through all the areas of my life and cast a warm smile, a physical smile. I'm going to make my lips go up. And I'm just going to give every area of my life that little bit of warmth, of that little bit of blessing, like you're good, you're good, you're good. And I just can't wait to see where we're going. But we don't have to blow up the house anymore. Let's see what happens when we get in this place of trust. So I want to do this with you. I want you to close your eyes. Take a big sigh. And feel the relief in not having to plummet yourself into any big hoop-de-doo. Just feel the relief of that. And if you feel any nervous energy around, what am I going to do without my hoop-de-doo? Just notice that. Give that a little sigh. Because that's good information. That's good information. Feel the relief of not having to get to the business of pulling yourself up by your bootstraps and getting it together. Take a big sigh. And sit in that wonderful feeling of relief. It feels as if you're doing nothing right now. But in meditation, in our meditation practice, we call this very feeling dynamic stillness, where everything is being created, and yet you are still. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. Oh my gosh, this is so the opposite of anything I've ever been taught, anything I've ever, I feel like I got to be doing and planning and strategizing and, or who knows, I'll just be like a big lump on a log. But I'm just going to get some relief right now. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. What a relief not have to get to a starting line. What a relief to cast a warm smile at 2024 as it leaves your purview without having to analyze it 50 ways to Sunday and just say, hey, thanks so much. Appreciate all the good stuff. I learned a lot. I grew a lot. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. And now turning our eyes toward a new year, a new energy. Ooh, lots is going to be happening externally. I'm pretty sure of it. But I feel some relief that my focus is going to be internally referenced. Just finding my relief in every area of my life and just casting a warm, general smile to every area, knowing that my higher self knows everything I've ever wanted. I don't need to keep beating that drum. That all the cooperative components, as my friend Abraham would say, are being assembled. And the only piece of the puzzle that was ever a little bit tricky for me was allowing it in. But if I'm not going through a major analysis, and if I'm not taking over the how from the universe, and if I will just sit in this place of relief and peace and warmth, and I just hold that vibration steady, I can feel myself start to become a beacon, a magnet. I'm sending out my signal. I'm not making it all happen. I've opened up to a receptive mode that is right around relief and warmth. I don't have to beat the band. I don't have to walk down Main Street in a parade. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. I can just take a deep breath in, sigh it out, and just hold this feeling of relief and warmth and surrender and trust. And gosh, I mean, I think there's a little bit of excitement under there. Like, what could this unwrap? What could unfold? I've never tried it quite like this. This is very interesting. This is very interesting. It is not a giving up. It is harnessing the gifts I have been given, my energetic connection to every possibility I've ever wanted, and allowing the inspiration, the solutions, the ideas, the chance meetings, the synchronicities, the unexpected phone calls, allowing all that to just magnetize that right to my door and not interfere with all the old falderall and the old patterns. So let's take a little tour in our mind's eye with our eyes closed. Take another deep breath, sigh it out. Oh, that relief feels so good. And we're just going to take a little tour of some of the areas of our lives, not all of them, but just to have an idea of how to maneuver, how to use these couple little practices very gently and warmly and generally as we look at the areas of our life to maintain this above neutral receptive vibration. So we're going to start with, let's begin with our bodies and just block everything else out. Take a deep breath in. Oh, the relief, the relief, the relief, the relief. We don't have to come up with a 122-point program. The relief that we can just be in our bodies and no analysis, no judgment, just the relief, no 50-point thing. We don't have to run 25 miles tomorrow. And now just cast a warm smile and really do it. It's that physical cue that changes that energy. Just cast a warm smile at the idea of your body. Maybe another little sigh. Just a little vocalization. Nothing specific. Just, you don't even have to say anything. No words, no sentences. Just a warm smile and a little sigh of relief. Isn't that nice? And now we're in the body area, but we're going to talk about wellness for a second. We've approached that like we were getting a PhD in supplements sometimes. But what we're going to do right now is we're just going to take a deep sigh. What a relief to turn this over and to know that the inspiration will come, we'll know what to do, the ideas will come, maybe you want to check this out. Oh, that sounds good. Not forcing all kinds of things that may fit or may not fit, but just allowing the plan, the appointments, the new information, just allowing it to come to you. Because now you're a magnet for everything that relates to you specifically for wellness. Now we're going to turn in another direction. And this is a big mamma jamma. It's relationships and all the relationships. All the relationships. Let's take a deep breath in, big sigh. What a relief. I don't have to write 5 pages about that. What a relief. Such a relief. Because the past is not relevant. I might not even have to burn anything this year. I might just be able to just let it go as I cast a warm smile on colleagues, intimate partners, children, friends, neighbors. Just cast a warm smile. Very general, not getting into the guts of every single little diddly do everybody did. Just cast a warm smile. Take another deep breath. Sigh it out. Oh, what a relief. I don't have to be the psychotherapist that sorts it all out for everybody and what they need to be doing to be better. I'm going to leave that to the universe. The universe is going to do that. And my higher self knows exactly the relationships I need, exactly the quality of the relationships, exactly how much reciprocity, how much healing, how much health in those relationships, knows exactly the kind of relationships I want and how to point me in the direction. And all I really need to do is get a little bit out of the way there. So I can just sigh. Whew, that's off my dance card. That feels good. I don't have to sort all that out. I can cast a warm smile across all my relationships like a dashboard and know that the guidance will come. And if I just keep finding the relief and finding the warm smile for all the areas of my life, the guidance will come. The right people will show up. They'll show up in the right way. I'll show up in the right way. I'm allowing that energetic matchmaking magic to happen. Now let's take a look at work. Oh, what a relief. I don't have to decide all that right now. Am I staying? Am I going? Should I say something? Do I need to tell everybody how miserable I am? Should I quit? What am I going to do? I'm going to take that off the plate. What a relief. Let's take a deep breath in, sigh it out, and just cast a warm smile, a general warm smile at work. All that's getting sorted. That is in the hands of the universe. It's all getting sorted. And there's really no machination, strategery you need to employ at this time. It is well in hand. Your higher self knows exactly what you want, knows what you want, how much money you want to make, what kind of colleagues you want to work with, what kind of purpose you want to feel, what kind of mission you want to feel. Take a deep breath in. Oh, sigh out that a relief. It's a relief to have that sorted. You don't have to do it. Such a relief. But you have to stay in relief. And you have to stay general. That warm smile. Oh, this feels so good. And now let's look at where you live. You can cast a little look at your home, your town, your country, the continent, the planet. And let's just have a big old sigh. None of that is really going to be your job. Your higher self knows how you want your home to be, what kind of place you want to live in, what kind of country you want to live in, what kind of world you want to live in. And your higher self can take that, what seems to be in our 3D world, 3D human bodies, a very difficult assignment to sort all that. It seems to be a difficult assignment, but not for us, because we have just given that right over. We are just going to cast a warm smile on all of it in a general way, knowing that the universe is going to deliver the inspiration for our advocacy work, the inspiration for our where we belong geographically, the inspiration for how we can contribute to the world we want to live in. We will be shown, we will be guided. We don't have to listen. There's some very smart people who have not been able to figure that out. We don't have to figure that out for everybody. We can really trust and surrender. We will be guided. We will be shown. What is our piece of it? What can we impact? What's going to feel good? We can receive all of that guidance, all of it. And we turn our attention again to another area. Hard for a lot of people because we are so trapped in our limiting belief we can't see a way out. Take a look at your bank accounts. Take a look at your bills. And first, get a sense of relief. Big sigh out. And quickly put the stopper on the stories, the judgment, the whatever. That's right there. It's right there. It just wants to be said. It's trouble. It's this. It's that. Here's what you didn't do. We're just going to put the stopper on that and take another deep breath. Big sigh out, and we're going to feel the relief that assistance and guidance is available. And we're going to cast a warm smile on our pile of bills and our bank statements and our credit card statements. We're going to cast a warm smile in a general way, without analysis, without judgment. And we're going to allow the universe to deliver solutions, to deliver inspiration, to deliver practical ideas that when we hear them, we go, and when you think, how am I going to know if it was a good one? You're going to know. Because if you're maintaining this vibration, which is slightly over neutral, those ideas are going to come and you're going to go, yeah. Because you've made space. You've cleared the clutter of your own 50,000 pages of journal notes and solutions. You've cleared all that out. So you are a blank canvas. And now, when a divinely inspired idea comes, you know it. You can hear it. It lands. You can feel it in your body. You're like, yeah, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. But what happens if I take a deep breath in, sigh it out? In this specific area, learning how to cast a warm smile, a general warm smile across all things financial, and a big sigh of relief that guidance is here, is coming, is available, solutions are coming. For many of us, could be the most powerful thing we do this year. And last, we turn in the direction of our spiritual connection, our purpose, our happiness, our growth, the work we do together, our practices. Oh, what a relief that our higher selves, the universe is always dropping the exact thing we need at the exact time we need it. And now, because we've cleared out all of our artifice, all of our plans and programs, we can hear it. We can see it. We can feel that connection. In meditation, we call it divine stillness. It is dynamic stillness. It is you are in the quantum field where everything is created. That is the new spirit of an internally referenced life. That you are managing your mood. You are choosing your words very carefully. You are programming. You're not buying all that crap on Facebook. You're programming and curating your life so carefully. You're very mindful about what comes in, because an internally referenced life is a powerful life. And when you program and you curate and you edit and you keep finding that place of relief and you keep using that physical cue of casting a warm smile, not a, oh my gosh, the fireworks are going off smile, just a warm smile to all the areas of your life, knowing that everything is being addressed. All solutions are in process. All good is on its way to being delivered. And you're going to use 2025 to become the receiver, maybe for the first time in your life to this degree, to be the receiver of all those wonderful, wonderful things that you are worthy of, that you get to experience, that you get to have. And all the universe asks is, do what you need to do to be a match to it. And we start with relief and going general with just a warm smile to everything in our lives, regardless of the current reality. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out, and you can open your eyes. So my suggestion here is, for many of us, this is going to be very different from anything that we've ever worked on, we've ever practiced. But if you'd even think about if anything about this lands, and just think about, let me give this a month to see if it helps me create a steady beacon, a steady beacon, a satisfied mood. If all of a sudden, if you're like, oh, my inner critic, where'd she go? Because there's not really a seat at the table for her in here. Where'd she go? Because whenever I think about my life, I go first for relief, and I take a big, huge, loud, audible sigh, and then I do a warm smile. And I just cast that warm smile in a general way over it. And then I go, all right. Then I let go. Then I let go. Anybody, I'm dying to hear how that felt for you.
You got to hear what Janet said.
What did
And
you
just like,
say?
and just like that, I'm swinging in a giant, beautiful hammock.
Yes, you are.
I felt my
Yes, you
inner note. Oh, listen to this. I felt my inner post-it notes flying away in the wind.
are.
That's from Bree.
That is
Oh, I
hilarious.
guess you can read the comments too.
Yes, I can read the comments, but who wants to raise their hand? Who wants to raise their handies? Tanya. Tanya? Am I saying that right? Tanya Taylor. Or is it Tania? I've known both. Just have to unmute.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi.
You, my girlfriend and I have just spent the last 5 days together, and it's been fabulous. We've been reading all the books and putting all the quotes, and we cracked up quite hard when you said you don't have to write out your lists of your notebooks and your goals and your we have the most beautiful vision boards you've ever seen in your life that we just
bet.
finished this afternoon. So when you said that, like we just cracked up laughing. But
That's
what
hilarious.
you just gave us. Oh, sorry. You have the volume on. I can't hear her. We're both listening to you at the same time. What you just took us through there, that was wonderful. Just the zen of everything.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not saying there isn't a place or a time, but I do find the timing really curious that you are literally filling your notebooks and doing your vision boards today. And now we're having this conversation. So take that as you will. Take
Right?
the universe talking to you. I don't know.
The timing is just unbelievable. But
I know.
we will both. You even said right at the beginning, put your notebook down. I was sitting here with my pen. I have been your student for many years though, Sherry. So it's not surprising that I have the notebook and the pen
Well,
out.
you're my co-student. I mean,
Sure.
we're students in this together. And again, I'm not saying, I mean, maybe in March we'll be like, okay, the winds have shifted, time to do a vision board. I'm saying that there is a definite, palpable, different kind of energy in the world. And it's time for something new. It's time to do something new, to approach it in a new way. And how do we hold ourselves through that? How do we do that with um, really understanding the energetic principles of how we create reality and really showing up in that way? Um, I think it's very interesting, and I think it is. Um, I all the cells in my body stand up and say yay to try something different. So thank you. Is it Tanya?
It's Tanya.
Tanya. So that's such a great name. Well, thank you
Thank
for
you.
thank you for walking the path with me. I appreciate
Oh,
that.
hey, thank you so much. And for everybody, it feels fantastic.
Yes,
So
good to
thank
see
you.
you. There's my Janie in Australia. Hi, Jane.
Hi there. Um,
Hi.
yeah, it's summer, hot, yeah, middle of the day. I just wanted to say thank you because it's so original. You know, what you're saying turns everything upside down. So my daughter Kate's about to come round to talk about this, what she gave me for Christmas. Manifest 7 steps to living your best life. We may chuck it in the bin now.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. You know, it's just such an original way of thinking about it, Sherry. So thank you. It's just like whoosh, whoosh.
Well, Jane, I will honestly tell you, because I love my notebooks. This really is the result of a consistent meditation practice that I could even allow this thinking in, because I like to have all my plans and my strategies and my things. But this came through and it's like I just sat there and I was like, wow, what if we did the opposite of what we always do in this specific energy, and we really, 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 really play this energy game, really play it, like really get it that this is, and really understand the import of this moment in our lives, that we are here for this now. And maybe let's try something so radical and so different from anything we've ever done, and with such gentleness and such peace, that and see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the antidote to the Western world. One of the reasons I've moved off Facebook is because I don't want to be sitting there scrolling all the time. I go to the support system and the free front porch, and I click a couple times a day. I see what people are posting. I'm like, yeah, I make sure everything's working. Yep, 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 yep. And I'm looking for content that keeps me on track, reminds me. So if all you have to do if you're willing to commit to the month of January, and all you have to do is find the relief, make a physical sigh, cast a warm smile on 4 areas of your life, and just generally just flood it with some vocalization. Really give it. You got risk feeling the fool on this one, because those physical cues are creating changes in your energy. And wait and see, and let's see what happens. Thanks, Jane. I always appreciate you. I always appreciate you showing up.
It's
down.
interesting. I don't think you would have come up with this time last year. You
No,
have evolved
no, I was getting ready for
so
spring training,
much.
which is
Yeah.
like, here are the 10, and
Yeah.
there's a place for
Really
it.
different.
There
Yeah.
is, it's just, this is what I'm ready for. If you showed up tonight, you must be ready for it too, because
Thank
that's how
you.
the universe works. Thanks, Jane. Colleen. Hi. Here we go. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Let me lower my hand. So, right before, the reason I was late because I got lost. I was watching 60 Minutes and they had an extended 60 Minutes, so I lost track of time. So I
Oh my
apologize
gosh.
for being late.
No problem.
But they were they were interviewing Pope Francis, and I'm not Catholic, I'm Christian, but not that that matters. But he is an interesting pope, I will say. Of the popes that we've had, he's very progressive, and they were asking him something, and he was saying that this is why this impacted me, how when we were meditating, and he said the children of Gaza forgot how to smile. They no longer smile. They don't know how anymore. So when you were saying put a gentle smile on it, it just really impacted me, because if I can't put a gentle smile on something as simple as like releasing my bills and releasing my stress and releasing like the stress that they have is so immense, I should be able to put a gentle smile on something like that. So it really impacted me. It just made me think of what he said about those children that forgot how to
So
smile.
glad.
So
Well,
that
and I'm
was
gonna
really
take I'm
impactful.
gonna say yes, and I'm gonna say yes, and all of us in many ways have forgotten how to smile, because
This is true.
we're worried and we're busy and we got so much and there's so many things. And so if that now has become our practice, warm smile, warm smile, warm smile, warm smile, relief, 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 relief. This might take, if this is completely flipping everything that you've been working on its head, it means you're gonna have to put this slightest bit of effort into this, which is really just physically doing the practice, like really casting your eyes, doing your warm smile with a little audible, doing a little, making sure you're sighing, you're making sure you feel that relief. That relief is the doorway to finding that general warmth, that relief. That relief is the metaphysical feeling of surrender and trust. Relief. Put your burdens down. Put your burdens down. The solutions, the ideas, the inspiration, it's all being cooked up. But you got your back to it, busy with your little cutouts and your journals and your 50,000 notebooks, Sherry Solata. So this is my plan for how to enter 2025. And thanks, Colleen, by the way. Thank you for that. And I didn't notice you were late. I did not. I wasn't keeping judgmental tabs. I want to say this, that I feel like my guidance is taking me in this way. And it's taking me in this way because there is a time now where there's never been a better time than to manage your energy and to be in partnership with your spirit guides, with the universe. There's never been a more important time. And what that means is no matter what's going on around us, you're going to have a different experience of reality because your feet are, your tippy toes are on the leading edge and you are doing the energy work, the sighing, the cooing, the gentleness. You're doing the energy work in this space and time. And it will be, the proof will be in the pudding, and you know when you're when you're a beacon, when you're a magnet, when you've just really, really maintained that level of the proof is in the practice. That is for sure. And then you just drop into your life the practices, not the things, the must do's, but the practices that keep you in a state of remembering that you hold the strings to this for yourself. You are in control. You are the co-creator. Your hands are on the wheel. And this is something that is very different than most of our lineage, how they moved through life. Yeah, exactly. My computer's iPhone. Yes, that unshakable faith. It's the same energetic thing. I'm using words of a quantum nature, um, and and more of a spiritual, metaphysical nature, but same thing. It is the same thing. Um, so here's what I want to say. Because oh my gosh, I've gone so long. There's Courtney. I want to invite Courtney up here. For those of you who are members of the support system, I will see you tomorrow night at the all member gathering. And I have a second little piece of this I want to work on with you. I'm going to turn this over to Courtney. Really, what we want is to invite all of you to take the deeper dive with us. You don't have to. Free Front Porch is always going to be there. We'll make it worth your while to check on it and be a part of it. But if you want to do that deeper dive, we have it. We love it. I think it's really amazing. I think our 5 years of work it's amazing because we show up. It's amazing because it's real and it's true. It's not a made up thing.
I mean, the energy that you conjured here tonight, and it's been a while. You guys saw the flub at the beginning of the show, right? That's my signature move every time I come back. So this is the first time, and hopefully the last. Back in this seat with you, Cher, and this, what you just created tonight, is literally what you do every day in the support system. And this is the one thing that I've ever seen keep someone on the path. The consistency, the practice, the ritual, the routine, showing up for the conversation. And that's what we do in the support system. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to do it old school. You're going to see a little URL. You're going to love it. It's going to be great. The support system is a membership. Annual, monthly, we've got both, but it is a sisterhood of women. I think maybe we have one man still. We come together and we practice almost every day. Sherry is leading meditations. Let me see here. Let me get to my next one.
Yeah.
Sherry is leading daily meditations Monday through Friday. These are happening 20 times a week with replays. So these are live meditations. She kicks that off with a sermon, and then, we quiet our eyes and we go.
That's
Then
funny.
every week there is a collective gathering of all of the members that Sherry leads. This is the weekly gathering. It's live again every Monday, and we come together and it's kind of a coaching session, right, Sherry? Like, you do a little coaching, you do a little like how you do an accountability.
Yeah. Well, what I try to do is I don't do well, I do like, yeah, it's a little, I do a mini little TED talk, I guess, at the top of meditations. What I try to do is I take the theme of the month. I'm going to reveal the January theme. It doesn't come out till tomorrow, but I'm going to reveal it tonight.
I have a
Try to
slide.
take, I try to take the theme of the month and I try to come up with some exercises or discussion that helps us move that forward and expand it. And everything we're talking about tonight about energy management, has been going on probably in earnest since September. We've been talking about it. We've been talking about wealth consciousness. We've been talking about what it means to be, receptive. And one thing builds on another. And, and it's just what I was talking about tonight is the more clear, the more healed, the more letting things go, the more you can hear the guidance. Yes, I think you said 20 times a week I do the daily live meditation. It's 20 times a month. It's Monday through
Yep.
Friday.
Yep.
Everything has replays. Okay, go ahead,
Everything
Court.
has replays.
Mhm.
So sorry, Cher. Thank you for getting that. So monthly coaching calls again with Cher. It's Cher heavy, if you can imagine. We have guest expert workshops that are going on pretty much every month. We'll have a healer come in, and on top of that, those are free to everyone in the support system, right? You can join, you can watch the replays. We also have an on-demand workshop library with all of those healers. So it's like Mark Groves, Deepak Chopra, Martha Beck, Gabby Bernstein, like hundreds of hours. By the way, everyone who's already in the support system, we're coming out with a new and improved replay library very soon. You've got this group of women, you saw some in the chat. That's also part of it. You'll see my kitschy notes here, maybe the most valuable part of it. Also for our entrepreneurs, because I know some of you are out in the world. I know Amy, you're a CEO. I DM'd with you. We have the Prosper Network. So this is a networking, another whole membership inside the app where we are networking, we are bringing women together that are creating brands, businesses, and impact to help each other along the way. And then Sherry's delight and surprise. You didn't know I slid this in here, Cher, so I'm so sorry. I know you're
that's
going to
okay.
announce it tomorrow.
That's okay. Well, I picked the theme for January. The theme is Find Your People. And I just feel like it's everything that I was talking about tonight, that but not everybody's going to pick up and move to, where's that place? I called it TM Town when we were doing, we sent Oprah to TM Town in Fairfield, Iowa. Not everybody's going to be doing that, right? But how are we going to find our people to have this leading edge energy conversation on a regular basis, on a daily basis? And that's what I think the opportunity that we provide in the support system. I think, nothing makes me happier than seeing the relationships that have been formed, the support that is given. But it's like we hold the high watch. We hold the high watch. Like, stay on the path. Let's go.
Yep. Yeah. It literally all of the pillars you touched on, health, finances, career, it incubates all of that.
Yeah.
This is just to show you, because I'm such a visual person. I needed to show you how many events are actually happening inside the network. So that's 26 next month, just so you know. It's $1,000 a year. It's $97 or $97 a month. And that's for 365 days, right, of consistent practice. This isn't a program. This isn't a one and done. This isn't a video. This is a living thing that can become part of your everyday. And it's my favorite thing to talk about. So if you have any questions, if you want to see a peek behind the scenes, I'm doing tours. You can book time with me at sherrysalata.com/TSS tour. And if you want to go right into the support system, Sherry's going to be live tomorrow with part 2 of this download, which by the way,
Take your cameras, because these are long links. Take your cameras and get these links down for yourselves, friends. Here's what
I'll
I'm going to
send
say.
them.
I also say this. I think if you get the annual membership, you save like $170 a year.
Yeah.
It's totally worth it. Listen, here was my bugaboo with memberships, because as I was building mine, I was trying other people's. I don't like it with the old bait and switch. When it's a big membership, I get all excited and I see the founder one time a month.
Yeah.
And the rest is just recycled stuff. I don't like that. I feel like that was just a Facebook group, that you really didn't spend a lot of time with. So I don't like that kind of disappointment. And at the same time, You look at that calendar, you might be like, I don't have time. Nothing's required. You don't have to go to everything. You know, what people do is you come and you see, I'm going to be a meditator every day, or I'm going to, the Monday night thing is going to be sacred to me because that's when I touch base. That's when I set myself, my energy up for the week. I think as of November, I added the 90-minute coaching call on the weekend, and I do that once a month. And that really is, let's just dive in. Let's just roll up our sleeves and dive into what's going on in your life. But everything is really meant to be supportive and expansive, but certainly not required. And you want enough stuff so everybody can find the recipe that works for them. And that's all I got to say about that.
Thanks, Cher. Can I do one last thing before we
Yes.
go
Oh,
back
take
on?
the tour with Cordy. If you're not a member,
Yeah.
take the tour. Book your time with Court. First of all, she's so lovely and she'll be so kind to you, and then she'll answer all your questions. But let her show you. Let her show you what's all in there. Yes, Margie, all the old stuff will be there.
Yeah. We're
And
gonna make it even better.
are we replaying tonight, Court?
We are gonna send out the replay, and I also
Okay.
have one last thing. If we could just
Yeah.
announce maybe the
You
giveaway
belong
winners.
here. I love that.
You all rocked this scavenger hunt. It was so fun to kind of have that kicking off this new year. We have some winners. We are giving away that 1-year membership to the sports system, 3-course bundle, and course of your choice.
Court, put your face up. Oh, here you go. Oh, it's a
Oh,
slide. Oh,
oh, sorry guys. Amy, Paula, and Kelly, thank you so much. You were chosen at random from our entry winners to receive your gifts, and I will be in touch with you shortly. Let me
that scavenger hunt was so adorable.
Congratulations, and thank you for playing. There'll be more. Don't worry. I love a game.
Yes. Here's what I want to say. We are here for you. We are here for ourselves. We are, this is, I've had a very, very interesting life. And I've done a lot of very, very interesting things. And I have never been more in purpose, more on my path, happier, more excited about life than I am right now. And if you would have told me that at the United Center in 2011, I'd have said, ha ha, you're so funny. You're so funny. Nothing could ever beat this. And the truth is, becoming the next version of yourself and and creating the next version of your life, if you play this life game right, if you really begin to understand this energy piece and the power that we have, to be beacons and magnets and vis-a-vis then inspiration for everybody else. We can be doing this until our very last day. We can be doing this. There doesn't need to be a 20-year span where we're just waiting for the sands of the hourglass to run out. That was an old time, with the women, many women who came before us who had no access. They weren't having this conversation. They had no access to this. I mean, geez, if you would have said therapy, to my grandmas, they'd have been like, what? That's for crazy. That's for like psychotic criminals. Nobody had access to anything. They weren't having this conversation. I mean, they went to church, they didn't come home necessarily talk about it. And that's a sweeping generalization. So I'm speaking from my experience. But, I watched my mother. I don't not think she was happy. I do not think she was happy. And she didn't have the tools to understand that she was creating her own experience. That's what we have. We have that now. And now it becomes incumbent of us to really curate our experience so it's easier. It's easier to say, yep, let me find the relief. Let me find the relief. Okay, warm smile right over to that whole situation. Warm smile. I'm going to cast a warm smile and then in your mind, you're like, because I know the solution's on its way. The plan's being developed, and I am not in charge of the how. What I have to do is get myself in the receptive mode so it can be delivered to the right address. I had this last little thing. My dogs are shut up in my bedroom because Buzzy is now eating all my brand new wicker chairs. So he can't be, that's a whole nother thing. I was like, what's hanging out of your mouth? Oh my God, it's my new chairs. What was I saying? Shoot, this was a funny one. I had a funny story. What was I saying right before that? Cordy?
Oh my God. I was answering Carol about
Was
the
anybody paying attention? What was I saying? Oh, come on. That was so good.
Delivery.
Oh, yes. This sums it up perfectly. So my punch list is getting taken care of. And unbeknownst to me, the painters who will be doing that for my builder come by. They put blue painter's tape all over my address plaque. And then they go off to another job. So finally, one day, the woman who delivers the mail, and she's like, does anybody know a Sherry Salata? She's in the street. I think she might have been UPS. And I'm like, I'm Sherry Salata. Wow, this is weird. And she's like, where do you live? And I go, what are you saying? I live right here. Here's my address. Oh no, it's covered up with painter's tape. And it'd been that way for probably 10 days. And I'm wondering, gosh, I feel like I ordered something from Amazon. Where is that thing? Where are those 50 notebooks that I don't need anymore? Where are those markers and the colored pencils? So I say this to say that is very much like our lives. The painter's tape is over our address, and we're busy with our little plans and our strategies and our machinations. And really what we need to do is beam out our address, be the receivers of the solutions, the ideas, the inspiration, the phone calls, the synchronicities, the next plot twist, oh, why don't you live here? Or I've got somebody I want you to meet. We need to be the receivers. That's the work. How can I be the receiver? Because if I am the receiver, as my life gets more rich and wide and deep and vast and more, talk about casting warm smiles, then the people around me are like, I want some of that. How'd you do it? I want some of that. You said, well, it started with a sigh of relief. I see you. So much love. For all you support system members, I'll be at meditation tomorrow, Monday morning. Mwah. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks,
you.
Court.
Have a great night. Love
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.
you.
Happy
Love
New
you.
Year.